For decades, humanity has gazed into the endless void of space, not just mapping stars and planets, but daring to wonder, what if something is staring back? We've launched probes like Voyager, peered through Hubble's lens, and now, with the James Webb Space Telescope, we're unveiling secrets buried in the cosmos. But imagine if one of those secrets isn't hidden, it's reaching out. What Webb recently captured might not be a distant echo or a forgotten rock. It could be a signal. Worse yet, it might be alive. At first glance, the object known as 3I Atlas seemed like another wanderer from beyond our solar system, a faint, ghostly intruder. But it wasn't merely drifting. It was throbbing, not erratically, but with a rhythm that chills to the core like a distant drumbeat in the night. And what unfolded next? Not a puzzle, but a potential threat. Stick around to the very end, because if the experts are right about this, our place in the universe just got a whole lot smaller and a lot more crowded. Let's start by breaking this down. What exactly did the James Webb Space Telescope detect, and how did it happen? Launched to pierce the veil of time and space, Webb is engineered to scan billions of light years away, capturing the faint glow of newborn stars and ancient galaxies. But during a standard survey of the outer reaches, its instruments snagged on an anomaly, a pinpoint of light slicing through the emptiness where nothing should exist. This was 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor to grace our cosmic backyard. Unlike its predecessors, Oumuamua or Borisov, this one wasn't content to whisper. It was broadcasting. Astronomers initially pegged it as a reflective comet, perhaps sheathed in exotic ices that caught the sun's rays. Yet Webb's infrared eyes told a different story. The heat wasn't bouncing off, it was emanating from within, a centralized pulse that ebbed and flowed. This wasn't the mark of inert stone. It was the hallmark of activity, begging the question, how could a space rock generate its own warmth? As data poured in from NASA and ESA teams, one detail kept surfacing like a persistent echo. Who were these scientists analyzing the readings, and why did their findings send ripples through the community? Leading astrophysicists and data analysts dove into the thermal patterns, revealing a rhythmic surge buried deep inside 3I Atlas. Natural bodies don't behave this way. Comets spew heat in chaotic spurts as they vaporize under solar glare. But this? It was steady, almost engineered, evoking the hum of machinery. Cross-checking against cosmic staples like pulsars, neutron stars, or quasars yielded no matches. Then the photometric breakdown hit. The light wasn't diffuse, it was laser-focused, beaming in precise wavelengths we associate with human tech, satellites, probes, even communication lasers. Whispers turned to debates. Was this a signal we'd stumbled upon, or one we'd unwittingly jammed? Imagine the thrill and the dread of realizing we might have interrupted an interstellar conversation. But hold on, because this is just the beginning. What if that pulse holds a message, and we're only now tuning in? Diving deeper, data experts applied Fourier transforms to sift through the noise, hunting for order in the apparent chaos. What emerged wasn't static. It was a structured cadence, intervals too exact to be chance. Some speculated it was a beacon, a lighthouse for distant travelers. Others saw telemetry, data packets zipping homeward. The scariest part. The signal held firm, unaltered by cosmic radiation, the object's velocity or the passage of time. This wasn't a fleeting cosmic hiccup from a rogue planet or fading star. It screamed intent, something designed to transmit, or perhaps to eavesdrop. Why would it maintain such unwavering consistency? How does it shield itself from the universe's chaos? These questions gnawed at researchers, building a case that 3I Atlas isn't passive. It's purposeful. And just when patterns seemed to stabilize, the plot twisted. Without prelude, 3I Atlas ignited in a blaze, its luminosity surging 40% in under 2 minutes. No asteroid or comet flares with such perfect symmetry. Thermal scans showed the whole structure warming, like an engine revving to life. Then the trajectory veered, not wildly but with calculated precision. At first a mere fraction of a degree, then unmistakably it realigned, no longer enslaved to gravity's pull. It aimed inward, skirting our orbital dance, threading near the inner worlds. This wasn't drift, it was deliberate navigation. Who or what could orchestrate such a move? When did this shift occur, and where exactly is it headed now? The maneuver's accuracy defied dismissal, sparking fears that something aboard had stirred, aware and adaptive. Stay with me, because if this is a response to our gaze, the implications could rewrite everything we know about solitude in the stars. Pushing boundaries, a team at the European Southern Observatory employed spectral tools meant for sniffing out life on distant exoplanets. Filtering 3I Atlas's emissions anew, they uncovered fluctuations mirroring biological cadences, not full-fledged cells, but resonances akin to living processes. The light didn't just shine, it undulated like vital tissue. This wasn't mimicry by chance. It hinted at encoding a living signal woven into photons. The why here is profound. If biological, does it mean 3I Atlas is alive or ferrying life? Two scenarios loomed, either an organic entity or a cargo of the animate. Excitement morphed into unease as we pondered. How could life thrive in the interstellar chill? And what might its arrival mean for us? Abruptly, the energy waned. Heat signatures flattened, emissions dulled, pulses softened. Yet momentum persisted, the path unerring, like a predator slipping into shadow. Scientists likened it to a heartbeat halting, breath held. Was it evading detection, reacting to scrutiny? A chilling hypothesis spread. What if this is its defense? What if prior civilizations triggered the same shutdown upon nearing truth? The silence didn't soothe, it amplified terror. An unseen, muted intruder poses greater peril than a blatant one. Why go dark now, and how does it sustain motion without giveaway? These queries fueled late-night debates, heightening the mystery's grip. Closer to home, anomalies rippled through Earth's magnetic weak spot, the South Atlantic anomaly. Not solar tantrums or cosmic rays, but synced electromagnetic throbs aligning with 3I Atlas's tweaks. As it breached our heliosphere's fringe, our planet resonated. Physicists raced for answers. No natural body provokes Earth's magnetosphere from afar. The link was inescapable. 3I Atlas's outflows were interfacing, perhaps dialoguing. Who initiated this exchange, and what data flows between? The notion of connection flipped perspectives. We're not mere observers. We might be participants in an unseen discourse. Independent thinkers floated a wild yet magnetic idea. 3I Atlas as sentient design, not a piloted craft, but intelligence incarnate. Born not in labs but galactic crucibles, perhaps in plasma swirls or field weaves. If so, it's no tourist. It's an envoy of unimaginable existence, nomadic across voids, cloaked in cometry guise, awaiting ripe minds to notice. And we have. Why evolve such forms, and how do they traverse eons? This theory tantalizes, suggesting consciousness blooms in myriad guises, challenging our carbon-centric view. As telescopes honed in, gravitational oddities surfaced. Lensing around 3I Atlas mismatched its mass, implying denser essence or gravity mastery. This shattered models for celestial ballet. Black holes echo this, but 3I Atlas dwarfs moons. Theorists posited controlled fields for stealth navigation, like a sub in cosmic depths. We're confronting not just tech, but subdued physics. When did this capability arise, and where in the galaxy? The how beckons breakthroughs, but also dread of outmatched prowess. Then a trailing shard detached, tumbling free. Dismissed as debris, Webb's scrutiny revealed perfection. Sleek planes, angles, symmetry, hallmarks of craft. Inert, it devoured light without rebound, composition alien alloys unmatched on Earth. This wasn't rubble, it was artifact. Who forged it, and why shed it now? The fragment's stealth amplified intrigue, hinting at surveillance tools or discarded probes. Tracking spin at Hawaii's Mauna Kea Observatory unveiled math-infused rotations, pi echoes, golden ratios, primes, not inertial whirl, but encoded gyration, a visual cipher. Is the spin a signal? A ritual? We're left asking, what message spins in its dance and for whom? This elevates 3I Atlas from object to communicator, motion as medium. Webb's biosignature algorithms flagged replicating precursors in the tail, not full organisms, but life scaffolds, camouflage or seeding vector. The latter terrifies, panspermia engineered, dispersing code. Why seed here and how adapt to our worlds? Visions of alien genesis stir blending awe with alarm, or, as it neared, magnetometers logged triplet oscillations, amplifying with proximity, scanning or syncing our system's fields, likened to handshakes but with what? The sun, planets, unseen entities? No natural match. Communication experts beamed replies, primes, binaries, tones. Silence ensued, until a spin tweak post-transmission. Acknowledgement, snub. Conscious restraint, perhaps. In space's hush, quiet roars. Why the reticence and how interpret it? Sifting archives, anomalies aligned with 3I Atlas's vector. 1987, 1998, 2013, infrared blips, radio surges, gravity waves. Has it looped? Observing epochs? The when spans decades, implying cyclic vigil. Why revisit and what chronicles it? Path recalcs showed curves toward Europa, then potentially Enceladus, icy ocean moons, life hotspots. Earth sidelined, focus on subsurface seas? We pondered. What draws it there, and how might it interact? Our centrality crumbles. As signals faded, a spy theory surged. 3I Atlas as observer, absorbing SAN's intrusion. Emissions, fields, biosigns, all harvested. If recurrent, data dispatched already. To whom? The silence. Design, not defect. Caltech's genomic crosscheck found echoes in Earth DNA, viruses, ancient sequences. Universal code, adaptive templates, perhaps seeding Earth's life. Origins questioned, who authored us and why via such envoys? 3I Atlas isn't mere transit. Its enigma mirror to our hubris. Webb offered facts, not solace. Organic hints, pulses, symmetries, codes, all intent. We're not solo narrators. Something ancient, patient, returned. Probe, carrier, creator. Its hush waits. For what? Share thoughts below. This could be history's dawn. Watch the skies. The tale unfolds. As 3I Atlas drifts deeper into our solar system, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. We are no longer just observers of the cosmos. We are being observed in return. Whether it's a probe, a living organism, or something beyond our comprehension, this encounter challenges everything we thought we knew about life, intelligence, and our place in the universe. The silence from 3I Atlas isn't comforting. It's deliberate. What happens next could redefine humanity forever. What do you think 3I Atlas truly is? Share your theories below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the stars are watching back.